So what are basic descriptive statistics? Descriptive statistics, from the name, it suggests that they try to describe the data. Till now, we have seen the metadata, how many rows are there, how many columns are there, overall, how many types of variables are there, how many numeric columns are there, how many, what do you call, how many string columns are there. We are looking at overall largely on the metadata side, but we never went to each and every column and try to describe it. Okay. So descriptive statistics will try to describe that. Okay. We have seen one particular place where we are trying to describe a particular column by calculating the mean or the minimum value, maximum value. So those are some of the descriptive statistics. We are going to see what are measures of central tendency, what are variance, what are percentiles, quartiles, how do you detect outliers, etc., in this particular session. The first one is basic descriptive statistics. There are two types of basic descriptive statistics: measures of central tendencies and measures of dispersion. What are measures of central tendencies? What are measures of dispersion? Let us see that first. Measures of central tendency, they talk about the center value or the middle value for any given column. What is the middle value or the average value in simple terms? Central tendency is just a technical term for the average. And how do you calculate the average of any numerical value? Tell me. And average is possible only to the numerical values. How do you calculate that? Average value equal to sum of all the values by count of the number of records. If you want to calculate the average age, sum of everyone's age divided by count of number of people. If you want to calculate the average income, income of every individual divided by number of individuals. So this is known as average. This is also known as arithmetic mean. How is it calculated? Summation, sum divided by count. Very easy to calculate. In fact, we can use sum divided by count, or we can also use direct average or the mean function. How is it done? Let us suppose there is a data set called census income data. This is actual USA census 1990 data. It was collected in the United States in 1990. This is census data. This is publicly available on their website also, census data website. If you take that data set, capital gain is one of the column. Income is the data set name. Capital gain is one of the column. I want to find out the average value. How do you find the average value? You write the data frame name. You write the data frame name, and then the column with which, for what column you, whichever column you want to find the average value, you write the column name dot mean. Remember, mean is a method or a function. We have to write this parenthesis. Shape, if we write shape, we don't write these parentheses because that is not a function or anything. It is just a property. So some of them are properties, some of them are functions. We will be using very few of them, so we may have to remember that what are the functions, what are the properties. As of now, mean is a function which takes basically the way we apply is data frame name, column name dot mean. Okay, that will give us the mean value. We can store it in a particular variable and then print it. So how is it done? This is a very simple one. I think we don't need a lot of explanation on this. We have been calculating the average value from long relation. So here directly the data set has been stored on GitHub. You can directly access it using this direct path link. So what we will do is we will try to take this from the GitHub location, or if this particular data set is in your internal drive, if it has been stored into drive, then we may have to first mount the drive. After mounting the drive, we may have to import this. Okay, first what we will try to do is we will first try to mount the drive. Drive mounting, either you can directly do it from here, or there's an option also which you can which you will get after clicking on this. How do you know drive has successfully mounted or not? As of now, on the left hand side, you will not be able to see your class files. After mounting the drive successfully, you will be able to see the class files. The reason why I'm not really going deep into this is we have already seen all this process multiple times. How do you map the drive? That's why I'm just going ahead. You can also directly go ahead while I'm doing this. You can also mount your drive. Once you mount your drive, you will be able to see all your files here. If they're still not appearing, look at this second icon, refresh. If you just do refresh, you'll be able to see the files here once they are mounted. Okay. Now once everything is mounted, then you have your files here. After mounting the drive, this location will work. Maybe for you, you may have to change this location because the files that are there in my drive may not be in your drive at the same location. And then you find the shape. There are 32,000 rows, 15 columns. You can look at the information, what are the column names, etc., etc. What I want to find is capital gain dot mean. I want to find the average capital gain. This is what I expect from you. Go ahead, execute one by one, one by one, one by one. After this, in the chat window, give me the capital gain mean value. Go ahead. So the answer is 1077.64. You can also see that when I execute this, I'll get 1077.64.